FastFoodToyReviews here. Today we got something really cool you don't see very often. It's Captain Planet. So it's a set of 4 collectibles. They're like, I would say they're vintage now, from 1990, but I have seen maybe 1991, so don't quote me. I'm not 100% sure. On the toy it reads 1990, so we're going to go with that. Anyway, let's get them opened up and take a closer look. So the first one we're going to look at is Captain Planet, and then they're like little flip cars or little reversible vehicle things. So you got the 3 wheels right here, and then you have Captain Planet's big giant head fit in there. It's kind of silly looking. And then what you do is you push this in like this, and you got to be forceful. These toys are really heavy and solid, so they're not too fragile. As you force it in, and then you pop this side out, and you have a guy named Hoggish Greedley, which was one of the villains from the cartoon way back when. And then you can just roll it along like this. There's like little cars. You hear squeaking and everything. So let's do it from the side. So you push it like this, and that's all it does. So you push this one in, and then you just flip it over, and now you got Captain Planet. So on one side you got the good guy, and on the other side you got the bad guy. And it's just a little vehicle, and that's the little gimmick right there. Nothing crazy, very simple stuff. And that's it. So there you go. It's Captain Planet. Next up we have Wheeler, who wields the power of fire. So you had they're called the Planeteers, and each one had one of these special powers to the nature's element. So you have water, wind, fire, etc., etc. And so there he is, hanging out inside the little car, and then push this down, and let's see, it kind of gets caught in there. It's a little wonky, but we fiddle with it, and you can get that to push up. Come on, get in there. Yep, these are kind of tough, but we can get it. There we go. Oh man, that was tough. And then here's one of the bad guys, and his name is called Duke Nukem. That might be familiar to some of you. Duke Nukem, right? That's his name. I'm not kidding you. So these are kind of neat. They're novelty. Not really a whole lot going on. No pullback feature or anything. Very heavy, solid, just heavy-duty plastic. So you can be a little forceful with these. You can hear it. Like, I'm pushing on these kind of hard to pop those into place. And that's it. So there you go. It's Wheeler and Duke Nukem. Next we have Linka and Mati. I think that's Linka in the back and Mati in the front. So all the Planeteers come from all over the world, so different places around the globe, and they help fight off all the pollution and all that, you know, that cool stuff. You have to go watch some old school cartoon commercials and stuff. It's kind of interesting. I remember it from when I was young. I was kind of into the Planeteers and Captain Planet and such, but I think it lasted for a few seasons. Don't quote me, maybe 4 or 5 seasons, but it was a lot of fun to watch when I was a kiddo, you know, the morning cartoons. And on this side, all right, we're going to fiddle with this here. I believe this is Dr. Blight. What? So weird looking. But I believe this is Dr. Blight, another villain from the cartoon, the TV show. Very interesting stuff. So this kind of is a really neat looking vehicle. The other ones kind of look like, the one looked like a tank. I don't know what this one would really be. I'm not really sure which you would call this vehicle, but it is kind of neat, and I like it because of the nostalgic vibe it gives me, the feel in my belly. Takes me back to my childhood, and yeah, so there you go. And the last one up is Kwame and G. So we got Kwame back there, and G, it's spelled G-I, so I think that's properly pronounced G, and Kwame. And so these are the final 2 Planeteers, and they're flying around in this little helicopter type vehicle, and they got the little propeller here that kind of just pops on and off right here. And then what you do is you push this in again and make sure it's in there all the way, and you have another bad guy. It's called Venomous Scum. It's a weird name. Venomous Scum. Oh, the early 90s, back in the day. And then you could take the propeller and put it right back on here, like that. So now he's flying around in this really cool vehicle. And when you're done, you just flip this back over. I think I like the Planeteer sticking out. And like I said, you got to fidget with these a little bit and kind of make sure it's lined up right to get them to pop out. And hopefully we don't break it because they are kind of tight. I'm not going to force it too much. And, oh, look, we got it. Good enough. And there we go. So it's Kwame and G and Venomous Scum. Oh, good stuff. And there you have it, everyone. Captain Planet and the Planeteers set of 4 cool little toys released by Burger King all the way back in 1990. This is a great little novelty set. If you remember this is a cool set to add to your vintage collection. A lot of people probably don't, especially the newer collectors out there. But this is definitely a good one to have in your vintage collection. The nostalgia, especially if you were a young kid, 8, 9, 10 years old, in the early 90s, you've probably seen this cartoon on TV. It's just an awesome set, and I'm glad I have it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. We'll see you again next time.